For us, obviously, we made it interesting at the end. I'd like to give Sac State some credit for that. I thought their kids hung in there and they never gave up. Told our kids at halftime they were down 17 in another game and they came back and won. And they were up 17 one game and ended up losing it. So they know what giving leads up and trying to come back. And I told them they're not going to go away. They can shoot the three too good. And we're going to have to go out and work the second half. And I thought they did a really good job of hanging in there. We gave them opportunities, and they took advantage of it. But again, it's a huge win for us to be on the road and then come back and be put in that situation and find a way to win. Every time we win, it's a plus. We're a team that's getting better every week, and if we can continue to improve. And I thought the first 8 to 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes was the best basketball we've played this year, and I thought the last 4 or 5 minutes may have been the worst, but we've just got to continue to work, get better, and if we can keep winning, we're gaining experience, and the great thing about it is this team believes they can win, and that's huge.
Coach, if you can learn lessons and win, that's always a good thing. But your team looked like a boxer who won a lot of early rounds and hung on to the ropes with dear life at the end.
Well, that's probably true, And you know, next week they won't count the rounds or who won. They're just gonna say we won another one. So, but it's a great thing to win and then be able to teach. But the other thing is this team, they're disappointed in their performance. So we can go back and learn a lot. And again, their team believe they can win, and they're hungry to get wins. So now we got an opportunity to go on the road, and it's gonna be a tough 4 games, but. I like my chances with this team because they want to win.
Did you just see your offense not clicking, or do you see a defense that Sacramento State ran and everybody else is going to look at that tape and try to replicate it? I mean, were your guys just out of character in regard to what you were able to do offensively, especially the last 25 minutes maybe?
Well, I thought they slowed the game down. They went zone, and we've been shooting people out of zones whenever they go zone. We've shot the ball really well because we got guys that have shot threes, and people are going to try things like that. But I thought we got really hesitant down the stretch. I think when you come home, we haven't played at home a lot, and you come out to a great start and you're playing well, and everybody's excitement is great energy, and then all of a sudden they go zone, they slow the game down, and then we don't capitalize on it. We missed some easy shots, we missed some wide open shots, we made some turnovers that were uncharacteristic of the counter turnovers they were. But again, I mean, hey, that's that. If we can take a win, I'd much rather do that than go on with a loss. But this team will come back. I think the guys mentioned we lost at Montana State, and our kids were disappointed. And I was really concerned about the night because they worked really hard for the last 2 days. So I was wondering whether we were physically, because of being on the road so much, whether we physically could play a game like we did. And I think it probably played a factor there late because early on, again, we were playing well. So we'll come back tomorrow, we'll lock in, and we'll move on. And as I told our players, we're a growing team, a growing program. So every instance that we're together, and it's happening more than less, that we're getting in the end of the game, and we've got another guy that steps up and make a play. I thought Isaiah did that tonight. Stepped up and made a big basket, getting to the basket out the notch, scoring a field goal the whole game. So, again, the next game will be a different game, and we're going to try to get better and win and come back and practice and do it all over again.
Were you happy with the shots, the selection, the quality of shots during that stretch when you really weren't hitting? I
mean, we had a couple of shots. Overall, I thought we got some good shots, but we took some shots that were, tough shots. And again, at times we've made those shots, but and again, I think it's some learning things. We took there when they had cut the lead down, we took 3 threes, and at that time you've got to get to the basket, or you got to get to the free throw line, or you got to get a better shot. But then also we got a couple of shots under the basket there after they had got it down to 6 or 8 that would have put us ahead, and we just missed the shot. But it was not it wasn't the shot selection, I think, put us in that position. Again, I think they slowed the game down, and we were playing at a fast pace. And obviously we go work and learn from that. But there was a couple of shots there down, at a point there that I was thinking, man, that's a bad shot. But we get a chance to teach. And as we talked about earlier, teaching out the wins is so much better than teaching out the losses.
What about Dixon? You obviously played really well for them, and you really didn't have an answer for that kid.
Well, we changed, one thing about it is, we tried to do a different thing, and again, he really attacked us, and then he played really well. That's got to happen. Anytime you play teams, somebody's going to play well on their team. We can't stop everybody. A couple of kids that's been playing for them, we defended them really well, and we got to work on our defense, and it's not all of our guys' fault. There was a few times there I had a bad matchup for him, and he got going. And as I tell our guys, man, there's good players all over this country, and if you let a guy get going, gain some confidence, it could be a tough game for you. And he had a great game. Again, great thing about it is I don't have to go back and say, man, he had a great game and he beat us. He had a great game and we won. So that's the fun part.
Like you've kind of been saying, at the end of the day, you're 5-2 off to the best start of Division I. So it wasn't probably how you wanted it to go, but a win's a win.
It is. At this point, I think most people would say at this particular point, with the people that we were playing and going on the road so much, to be 5-2 at this point is a good place to be in. I wasn't for sure, and I don't look, counting games, but I wasn't for sure if we can come together this quick. At least we know we've got some guys that we got good chemistry, and we still got to iron out some things, and we got to get some other guys playing better. But we're moving forward, and that's a good thing. But I'm happy. Satisfied, probably not, but I'm happy. I am. I'd like to be 6-1 at this point and getting closer to 10. But we'll take it and take this team on the road and try to see can we win 3 or 4 more games on the road. And if we can do that, January come back to us. This will give us an opportunity to get back home. And but hopefully the next time out against Pacific, we'll play better than this for 40 minutes than we did tonight.
Quick breakdown on your 4-game road trip. Your thoughts?
Well, it's tough because I think, just looking at the records and things, I think as we go, the team's going to get tougher. I think Northern Arizona played Pepperdine tonight. I don't know what the score is. I'll get a chance to watch the game when I get home because I taped the game and then we leave there and then we got like 3 games in 6 days. And I think our depth will help us, but at the end of that, we got to pack 12 teams. So it's going to be tough, but I'm excited about it. I get a chance to find out, a little bit more about our team, see really how deep we are, because once we get to Colorado, probably a lot of guys are going to be tired, and we're going to need our bench. So, but I think we got the people, and I think we're in good enough condition to do that. So, after being on the road and coming from Montana after the road game, those guys practiced hard Monday, and I was impressed with that. So I don't think, that'll wear on us. At least we're not going to worry about it. We're going to take care, hopefully, Northern Arizona, and then we move on to the next game. But that's our focus right now.
Any more questions for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.